go live, right?
Hang on 1 second.
Oops.
I was just turning off my volume.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it's going to come out because I was just at your thing. So I turned off the volume.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I'm just on the chess.com one, and that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Greetings, chess players, and welcome to the We Heart India Blitz Chess Extravaganza. You still have roughly 15 minutes to sign up. Signing up is easy at dailychessmusings.com. We went ahead and put the sign up form directly on our front page, so it's really easy. You don't have to search for anything. dailychessmusings.com. You have 15 minutes to sign up, about 14 now. Again, the format is going to be a lot of fun. It is a 5-minute and 0-second increment time control for 5 rounds. So we'll do that starting at 4. Then we'll finish that. We'll have another one at 5. And then we'll finish that. And then we'll have another one at 6. At the end of them all, then we will do a live drawing for the prizes to be distributed. For joining the tournament, making your donation and joining, you got a raffle ticket. For each win, or each tournament you play in, you get a raffle ticket. For each win, you get a raffle ticket. And if you made a donation that was greater than $10, you get a bonus raffle ticket for that as well. I will be jumping around between the games, looking at the what's being played and doing live commentary. Right now, with 13 minutes or so to go before the tournament, we have 9 players. Of course, we would love to have 10. That would be awesome for a 5-round Swiss to at least have 10. Anything over 10 is wonderful. I want to call your attention to the advertisements that are flashing. Let me see the dates. So I don't mess this up, I'm going to look at my own website so I don't mess this up. I have so many things going on, and I'm always just 1 cup of coffee away from some sort of chess activity. That's what I like to say. 1 cup of coffee and 1 box of Tic Tacs. If anybody knows the good folks at Tic Tacs, I'd love for them to sponsor me. Let's see. What do we got? The Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Tournament. The Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. It's an inaugural event, meaning it's the first time ever. If you've been with our group for a while, you know who James Eid is. He's fantastic. He has helped us many times with our camps. He's going to be helping with our free online summer camp again this year. This is Saturday, May 22nd. And it is a USCF rated tournament. It's a 5-round Swiss, broken up by grade level into 4 sections: K to 1, 2 to 5, 6 to 8, and 9 to 12. And the entry fee is just $20. And we are going to have a lot of great prizes for that event, especially. And the reason we're running that event is that I'm trying to raise awareness for the Eid Foundation. James Eid started a foundation, the Eid Foundation, and they do a lot to promote chess all over the world, and promoting chess literacy and chess excellence. And so we want to spread awareness about this charity. There's a couple important things to do if you're doing a charity. One is to have a mission and be engaged with that, and the Eid Foundation certainly is. But beyond that mission, you got to get your name out there. You got to be visible. And that way people start recognizing the Eid Foundation and all the good stuff it's doing. And that way, at some point, when somebody wants to donate to a nonprofit, they remember, hey, that Eid Foundation, that's a good group. We should give them a small donation. So we're running the Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. This is a major tournament. It is USCF rated. It is the first tournament that Daily Chess Musings is organizing that is USCF rated. That's exciting. I'm running it with my friend Coach Jay. Many of you remember Coach Jay from Chess Hoots. We've also had him at the camps. So Coach Jay and I will be running Jim Ead's tournament together. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We've already got a lot of people signed up. In fact, if you win one of the prizes today, you might win a scholarship to that tournament. So good luck on that. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is the Daily Chess Musings rated correspondence pyramid. Wow, this is exciting stuff. For forever, the correspondence chess, rated correspondence chess within the United States Chess Federation has only ever been run by the director of correspondence chess. I have been given unique permission to test, as an affiliate, running a correspondence chess tournament. The tournament structure that I chose is really cool. Many of you know what a step ladder is. That means you play somebody above you. If you beat them, you move up, they move down. It's very linear. It's a straight line up and down. What I have done is taken that linear step ladder and applied it to a pyramid. So each level of the pyramid would be one rung of the ladder, so to speak. And as you get higher up the pyramid, there's fewer and fewer people on that next rung. And you will be able to challenge somebody 4 levels above you in that pyramid. But somebody can challenge you from 4 levels below. So what ends up happening is, let's say you beat somebody 4 levels higher than you, but then you lost to the person who is 4 levels below you. You could end up then going up 4 levels to drop 8. So it's very exciting. You won't be playing the same opponents over and over and over again. It is U.S. Chess rated correspondence chess. Those of you who are friends of this channel know that I am a correspondence chess master. You can get a master title, a master certificate, by climbing this pyramid if you get your rating over 2200. So it's a huge opportunity. That costs just $25, and it's good for a whole year. Then for each year after, you just pay $5 more to renew your membership in the pyramid tournament. And it's going to be terribly exciting. I'm thinking of it as a snowball that is just starting out. It's just gaining momentum, and it's going to grow and grow and grow until we have a couple hundred players. Now, that tournament is happening on chess.com starting June 1st. It is the Daily Chess Musings rated correspondence chess tournament. We're going to be running the correspondence game using Daily Chess, the Daily Chess feature on chess.com. So if you have ever used the Daily Chess feature, if you've played in one of our matches, you know what that's about. You have a certain amount of time to make a move. In this case, I believe in our pyramid, it's 3 days to make a move. Or maybe I said a full week. I need to look it up. But you have a certain amount of time to make a move. You make the move, and then your opponent gets a notification. Then it's their turn. So we're going to be using chess.com. We're going to be using the chess.com server to run all the games for the Daily Chess Musings rated correspondence chess pyramid. And we've got about 5 minutes left, which gives me enough time to talk about our free summer break chess camps. Last year, many of you remember, I ran a summer break chess camp that had 1,000 participants. 1,000 participants. Um, that was incredible. So this year I'm doing three of them, and I'll give you the dates right now. Let me look them up to make sure I'm giving you accurate stuff. So going back. Okay, let's see. Let's see. The free online summer. There it is. Free online summer camps 2021. I got so much stuff happening. And it's good to double check. June 14th through 18th will be week 1. Week 2 will be July 12th through 16th. And camp number 3 will be August 9th through 13th. All the camps will be different. All the camps will be different, unique to they'll have different players and different lesson plans and different guests. So you should sign up. You should sign up for all 3 if possible, whatever fits in your schedule. They are free. I just want to help you get better at chess and learn. By getting better at chess, learn to love chess more. Be more excited about chess. The more you understand, the more fun the game becomes, I find. So that's important. Now, if you're in this broadcast and you are not signed up yet, we have 17 people in the tournament. 17 people in the tournament. And there is still 3 minutes left. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let me double check with my... Good, my stuff looks good. Just toggling over real fast to my other screen, making sure that my windows didn't resize. We are gonna be ready to go in 2.5 minutes. I should have said this already. My name is Chris Torres, and this is Daily Chess Musings. This is the Daily Chess Musings YouTube channel. It's the channel for dailychessmusings.com. If you don't know about us, we run free weekly after-school chess club. Every week we run a free chess club. We run free camps over the summer, over the winter breaks. We run free camps. We run a lot of free tournaments. I do coverage of our tournaments and major international events on dailychessmusings.com. And I teach, when I'm not doing the stuff publicly, I'm teaching a bunch of private students. And you can find information about that as well on dailychessmusings.com. All right. Let's see who we got in the chat room today. Ooh, a lot of friendly faces. Great. 1 minute. I hope you guys are ready for some fun. If you're wondering what you're supposed to do to play in the tournament, I see Annie wondering that right now. Yeah, you just give a small donation to one of the charities supporting India. You can start the tournament and then go do that during the break, and that way you don't miss the first tournament. That's fine. We're very flexible. I just want a lot of aid going to India. We can all do our own small part. If I was a billionaire, I could do a big part, but I'm not. But I have a certain talent set, and I'm using that. I'm using that to multiply the benefit that we can produce together. Let's see. And it is time. Games are starting. Let me look at our games. Why don't we look at, let's see. We'll look at some 2013 and Neely Peely. E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6. Ooh, that's Knight. Yeah, that was defended. White could play D. Ooh, Queen H5. This is a little bit like the Jerome Gambit, except there's no bishop developed yet, right? The bishop should have already been out on C4, and then you got something. Then you got what I like to call useful junk, the Jerome Gambit. Bishop's out on C4, but the knight can just take it. The knight does not, but black put a bishop so that there is no threat of checkmate on F7. But now, see, that's the problem. That's the problem. Now the pawn can't take back because it is pinned by the queen. So yeah, you stopped checkmate, but you gave away a piece. Now, if I was white, I might just play bishop takes F7 check, just to expose the king first. Because otherwise you're going to run your queen away, and then they're going to take your bishop, see? So there, it would have been better to play bishop takes F7. Black should have played F takes E6 there. No reason not to, because now, oh, white has a good move. White could come out here and say queen B5 check. Missed it. White played bishop H3. They could have. You got to look at your checks, captures, and threats. White missed two checking moves that would have been hugely beneficial for him. Still, I would totally prefer to be white here with the material advantage and the position looking the way it is. Black's king's moved. Black cannot castle. Hopefully they remember that. I need to try and drink my iced coffee a little quieter, I realize. I'm sitting in front of a microphone. Hopefully the audio is at a good level. I don't know. We have no way of checking, because
no one's complaining on the feed.
On the YouTube feed?
Yeah.
Is anybody watching?
3 people are watching.
Nice. 3 people. My super fans are here. All right, so pawn goes to D5. What would you do as black here? Let's see. I mean, I might... This is a tough position, because you can't castle, right? You can't castle. Okay, that makes sense. Improving the knight. Now, if I'm white, I totally do castle here, because that's my thing. There we go. White castles. Good job, white. And now if you're black, here's how you get back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. See, no, not that. That's not how you do it, because now white could play queen b5 check, right? And missed it by a square. Oh, knight takes. Missed it by a square. I'm guessing that some 2013 meant to put their queen on b5, missed it by a square. Now, what I was going to say about how black could have gotten back in the game instead of playing king e8 when they did, that would have been a good time to maybe start a pawn storm. Because the center was still closed, and you know white's king is where it is. You could have tried h5, then g5, then g4 pawn storm. But that was a huge shift of momentum for black. Sometimes the most exciting chess games aren't the ones played by the uber grandmasters. They're the ones played by some 2013 and Neely Peely. So black is ahead. They need to trade pieces. Oh, that was a good move. That was a good move. The queen's attacking the knight. If the knight moves, then the queen can take the rook, right? That was a strong move. Let's see what white does here. I would put a bishop on b2, probably then put a rook on b1, and then move the knight to say check and try and win the queen that way. That's what I would do. Oh, see, he moved his bishop maybe one square too far. You got to remember, you're down a queen. The queen's on this diagonal. Now the queen can just take the knight. Let's see if black plays queen takes knight. Yep. So white has been one square off twice. Missed it by a square twice. Rook f goes to d1. Threatening the queen. Queen wisely goes back. Staying on the same diagonal as the king, though. That's good. Now bishop should just take rook, right? Bishop takes rook. I wonder if time is going to end up being a factor in this game. Both players are under 2 minutes and not making as fast as progress as maybe they could be. If you're black, you want to take things that are free, trade pieces. If you're white, you want to confuse the situation, mix things up. This was just a random game choice for me for round one. I will be bouncing around more as we go, but you know, it's nice to give feature people's chess games. In fact, maybe I'll do an analyze that episode on some of these chess games as well. Yeah, normally Friday evening I would be teaching a couple chess lessons. Um, but you know, as much as I like teaching those chess lessons, we needed to help India. We needed to do what we could. They are, you know, coronavirus is really surging there, and they are an important part. We're all part of this chess community. Doesn't matter which country you're from, what language you speak. We are all united in chess. So, you know, a strategy for white would be trying to avoid checkmates. So if you're trying to avoid black getting, because it's starting to run low on time, you want to definitely defend this e4 pawn. Um, and then probably get your bishop on e3 soon to threaten the queen. And then get your other rook, maybe rook b to f1. But white is actually attacking with a vastly inferior position. Yep. He's trying to play fast. But there's another way to play fast, and that is setting up this like impenetrable fort, right? Smart move. This is getting low on time, though. Take the bishop and then just play really fast. Do all pre-moves. He's playing too slow. Yeah. So he's losing on... and black's coming in for the checkmate. Here it is, folks. Queen takes H... Oh, it's not going to be a checkmate. He's got the escape. Yep. The rook moved over there. Don't get too excited, Chris. But black wins. Good game, Neely Peely. Let's see what else is happening. We go back to the... Fearless Carrot says, nice job, Neil. Indeed. Critic beat Fearless Carrot. We'll catch up with them later. Let's see. Who else is still... Why is it... This is still round 1 of 5. So who's still playing? Why is round 2 not starting? Come on. Ah, here we go. Round 2. Okay. It was just taking a moment long enough to get me worried. All right, let's see. Who should we watch this time? How about the Fearless Chess for 105 and the Fearless Carrot? Oh, and we get here an exciting moment. Look. F6 was played. If you watch Feingold ever, yeah, he says don't ever play F6. Ben Feingold pretty much beats up on anybody who plays F6 against him. But he don't move Freddy early, right? It creates all sorts of problems. Black cannot castle. It exposes you coming down this diagonal as well. I like that move. D4. Kapow. You know you've got an advantage because black now... That I wouldn't have pushed there. I would have left the tension in the center and not lock things up. Because you know black's king is exposed and can't castle king side. So keeping the tension in the center means you could open it up on black's king. More availability of important tactics. By scooting this pawn forward, chess for 105, when you look at this later, you actually blocked your own bishop, right? You actually blocked your own bishop. Sure, you could take there and mess up their pawn structure, and that's okay, but how good was this bishop on c4 when they had moved that pawn to f6? It was really good. Yep, take back with the rook. Knight goes... I wonder, about drawing some arrows. Maybe I'm going to try and draw some arrows, and it could be fun. We might mess things up. But I do have my wife in the room to fix it just in case. So I think I might do the whole drawing arrow thing in it. Ah, here you go. I would... Yep, see, I drew an arrow. There you go. I'd push that pawn to d6, which opens up this bishop, right? Yep. That would be exceptionally powerful. It also opens up your other knight to go there, right? See that? I can draw arrows on the fly, too. All right. I think I'm going to start doing that more often. Again, I still like d6. That is a move, though, that a lot of amateur chess players won't see. Experts and masters will see it all day long. We see that as a way to release the energy. This bishop has a lot of potential. I mean, alternatively, you could do like an en passant too, right? That would work. Come to think about it, right? You don't have to be... Oh, yeah, see? Messing up the pawns. Now, this is an advantage in space. We talk about advantages in chess. The advantages are king safety, material, time, space, force, and pawn structure. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an advantage in space. We can clearly see white is controlling more of the board. White is controlling more of the board. Sorry about that if you heard that, my phone call. Hopefully we don't get a whole bunch of those. I'm going to check and make sure my, my screens are still looking good. It's always important to check that because sometimes OBS, what we use to transmit the data to YouTube. Ends up just resizing things for no apparent reason. Pawn c6, passed pawn. Look at this deep path. Look at this nice pawn chain. Okay. No, I don't want to join Violet and Daniela in a FaceTime call. Can you?
I'll go talk to her daughter.
Yeah. Okay. All right, back to where I was. I was thinking about interruptions and other things. Back to where I am. This queen's in a very good spot now. It's on the same diagonal as the king, and it's here to support this pawn, right? It's here. And now black moves their queen right in front, so that pawn can't move forward. White says, here's an open file. Let's fight for it. And black's rooks aren't unified yet, so this totally favors white. Because if black takes, white claims the open file, right? Boom. Boom. And if black just scoots out, white has the open file. Ah, he tries just scooting it up one square. That's interesting. Maybe knight a4 is what I would do here. That, just to kind of force it. Then you're scooting your knight. I know knight's on the rim or grim, right, guys? But then black takes. Then black takes. Oh, nope, he took first. What I was going to say is then rook takes, and then your knight could go to b6. Chekaruski. King goes to h1. Black just got back into this a little bit. Now, how do you get them more back into this? This is dangerous. Maybe bring the knight here. Maybe bring the bishop out here, right? I mean, these are, yeah, black, yeah. See, now white's got the dangerous pass pawn, but black's starting to set something up out here. Watch out. You give me this position as black, I'll figure out a way to weasel back in. The king's in the corner. The corner is not a safe spot, and it can't move over because the queen takes g1. There's f5. Getting this rook involved. This is going to be a good finish, guys. This one's going to be good. How much time? A minute, minute 13 for chess 105, and the fearless carrot at 144. And chess for 107's in the room guessing moves for the game with chess for 105. Interesting. All right, what would I do here is white? Would I... This is dangerous. I might... Oh, see, yeah. I was going to say, a moment ago, if you go back one move, it took me a while to calculate it. I would probably play knight takes e5, queen takes e5, then rook takes f4, because the queen would be defending the rook. I'd probably have done that. Now here, I would probably play queen f2, and then white could play queen to f1 maybe. Take the heat off. White's got to trade pieces and then cash in on their passed pawn. If white can trade the pieces and then cash in, they'll be okay. But black's got a dangerous attack right now. Gonna need a little bit more coffee soon, I suspect. Fearless Carrot is down to 33 seconds. Chess for 105's at 32. This is going to be fun. All right. Wasn't the best move for black, but it keeps the queen on this dangerous diagonal, right? This is a dangerous diagonal for black. Ooh, knight takes e5. That is... Oh, yeah. What? What? Can't this just go here and then be forking? Yeah. It's got a nice big fork. I didn't mean to draw that arrow. There we go. I can erase arrows too. So in time pressure, queen f2. Okay, that's where it should. Oh! Oh! Will he see it, folks? Will he? No, wrong way. Wrong way. Knight h3. Oh! Does anybody see why I got so excited there? Black could have played knight h3. If pawn takes gx h3, then bishop goes f3, rook blocks, queen takes g2 in your ear mate. But the other checkmate right here at the end would have been, what, maybe bishop f3. Bishop f3 right here. Threatening the... and then if rook goes back to defend, then queen g1 mate. Oh, man, that was exciting. That was exciting. There were some checkmates, but it was severe time pressure. Let's see where we can jump real fast, though. The finish. The finish. I can use some of those for tactics puzzles. All right. Back to the We Heart India tournament. Let's see where we're at. Who's still playing? Okay. It just took a minute to switch. Looks like here's the standings. Here's the games. Oh, we just started the next round. That's why. Again, there's that little break. Let's see who I joined. I joined Hamilton 122 versus Castaway Will. Reasonable development right off the bat, and now we see black kind of threatening this fork over here, right? What is white going to do in response to that? What is white going to do? Are they going to play, that's not the right way. That loses a bishop. No, you had other ways. You had other ways of dealing with that for, oh man. This could get bad really fast. And then giving the material back. Black's still winning, but that wasn't necessary. Let's see. This is fast. I need to speed up. Speed up. Yeah, so we were in a common line of the Slav there. You could have played back when white was in that threatened with the fork there. There were many things. White could have played bishop e5 check even. I mean, there were a lot of fine ways not to lose a piece there or get forked. When you're in a tricky situation like that, in a blitz game in the opening, though, it's tough because you don't want to use a whole bunch of time early on. Generally speaking, like in a 5-minute no blitz scenario like we're seeing here, I would use the checks, captures, threats method I've talked a lot about. I would do that maybe twice in the game, later in the game. Okay. Black white's in a lot of trouble here. Black's doing great. And the Slav, which this started at, is not known for being a attacking opening for black, but here we are. What would you do here? Maybe bishop b4 check, maybe knight e4 check. What would you guys do? Yeah, bishop e4. White's in a considerable amount of pressure right now and could actually get checkmated soon. King e3. You can't play knight g4 check right now because this knight is backward defending that. But again, the knight could go to e4, which is a very powerful outpost. And it's right in the face. Ooh, instead of playing b4, White's being a little tricky, hoping maybe black had pre-moved or something. And black just brings their queen all the way back. That's one way. You know you can win. White's being a little tricky. You can retreat, regroup, and then come at him again. So clearly black would like to take control of the c-file with like a rook move, but now their bishop's under attack. See, White's actually attacking with less force and forcing black back. So, you know, White stole the initiative a little bit here. And black attacks the queen to try and take the initiative back. I think that'll work. I think that'll get him the initiative. I mean, I probably just play queen b4 here. And then black could play rook to c8, taking the c-file. Queen to c2. Black can play rook c8, taking the c-file. Once you get that open file. What, maybe queen to e2, queen to b3. Both of those. Knight e4 is probably what I'd play here as black. This knight really wants to go to e4. Black's going a little bit more conservative, going with the strategy of being a piece up. So let's trade pieces. I was going with the strategy of still live. OBS reconnection is successful. It appears there was a momentary glitch in my streaming. Let me double check. And I am still live on YouTube. Super. We are all good. Back to the action. This is round 3 of the We Heart India Blitz Chess Extravaganza, raising funds to help India fight that COVID situation. My name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. You can find out a lot about us just by going to dailychessmusings.com and perusing around. Just go there and browse a bit. You'll learn a lot. Not only about us, but about chess. Well, you know, I'm getting a little tired of fooling around with white, so I probably would be trying to play pawn to e5. Now their king is probably heading over here to find a little bit of safety. Nope, heads back the other way. King to d1. Maybe still play pawn to e5. Maybe queen c8, stack them. Yeah, there you go, form a battery. Because if rook takes... Oh, see, I would have taken with the queen. They were trying to trade pieces earlier. That would have been a perfect opportunity to trade pieces. And then queen says check, king moves over, and then queen says checkmate. Excellent game, Castaway Will. And thanks for playing Hamilton 122. Let's see where else we got. See what else we got cooking. Let's look at Queen Bunny versus Rohit Sech. Queen Bunny versus Rohit Sech. Rohit Sech is big time winning, and Queen Bunny is not only in a sad bunny situation, but doesn't have a lot of bunny time left either. Okay. So it should be time for the... Which round were we going to be on? We're going to be on round 4 of the first tournament. Remember, there are 3 tournaments. We are doing this to raise funds, raise aid for India. Help them get medical supplies to help with this COVID situation. Let's take a look. Let's see. We haven't looked at any games of Annie and Anish yet. Let's take a look. So we got Annie G001 and Anish the Boss. And things started out with a French defense, and the knight's kind of out here doing whatever on A5. A little bit strange. White has a little bit more space. A very French-like pawn structure. A very oddly placed knight. Take. I would have taken back with my B pawn there, actually doubling up. And the reason is I would have liked to have made use of the B file. Playing C4 and then C5 and then A4 if they play B5, and then you open things up over there. If white castle's kingside, would I sack my bishop? Yes, probably I would. I would probably sack. And then if king... Oh, he didn't. He's playing the H4 line first, and that's okay. Now, if you're going to play the H4 line first, you might play knight G5 there, and he didn't. Now, you might play G4. See, white has a very powerful attack with this extra. This is kind of everything you would want if you're white. This bishop, you got the extra space. Black's pieces aren't doing anything. Take with the bishop, so your bishop can come back here. And then you've got both your bishops and your rook and your queen heading downtown. This is not going to... things are not going so good for Anish here. I don't know what I would do. Okay, that's certainly one thing. That's an idea. Is white. I wanna bring this rook over too. Get the last piece in the attack. That would be all you would need. But they're trading some pieces. A couple more trades and black could be okay. Black's in a lot of trouble right now, so it's kind of... there goes the last rook into the game. I think, obviously the bishop's going to be taken there. No, the rook's going to take there and say check. Oh, missed the checkmate. Rook takes h6, checkmate would have been, right? That knight, it's okay there, but it's actually in your way. You could play knight e6, check. And then if the king goes back, now rook takes, checkmate. Rook takes h6. But knight took rook instead of knight takes queen. What? Interesting stuff. Confounding. And now queen can take rook. And it's not checkmate. Black lives. Don't step into the G file. I was afraid black might do that. Now the bishop can move anywhere it wants and say check. Correct there would have been bishop f6 check and then bring the queen out so you could do a checkmate. So white's missing some of the checkmates. Annie G001, work on your checkmates. Go watch Checking Time. We have a great series that explores how to find all these checkmates. And Annie G does indeed win. Good game, Annie G. Nice try, Anish Devas. Let's go back. We love India. Raising money for playing chess and raising money for COVID relief. Let's check in with Royal Knight. And what a time to check in with Royal Knight. He just won. Let's look at Red Charmed Road and Queen Bunny. This should be an exciting one. Wow. Wow, what is going on here? It's taking me a little while to get have my brain grasp what exactly is going on here. Lots of stuff. Queen Bunny really ought to get their knights in the game, first of all. They're going to be in a lot of trouble if they don't. All right. Now, where would you go with the white queen? F4 maybe? Probably F4. Because then, depending depending where they put their knight, you have a lot of access. So, for example, Queen F4, then you would be, looking over there at C7. Rook attack. Do you trade here? Is black? Absolutely. Absolutely. Bishop takes F3. Did not trade. Should have traded. Now Queen F4. Get your queen out of the danger zone, right? Again, you just trade. Just do it. And let's see. I sense some trouble. Yeah, queen takes E4 check, right? King cannot move over, yeah, and then has to go to the F file. If it goes to F8, you've got the rook, or, yeah, you got the rook. So then you got rook to D8 check, yeah. And then, King G7, then you got bishop goes here, check. Or even Queen E5, yeah. Nicely done spotting the Queen E5, by the way. And Queen E7 checkmate. Wow. Nice finish. Nice finish, Red Charming Road. You found a better checkmate conclusion than, I was finding the winning conclusion and possible checkmate patterns, and you just showed me. Showed me what ideal was. Good job. All right. Let's look at Shreya 2021 and the Fearless Carrot. Shreya 2021 and the Fearless Carrot. Can I have some more coffee, please, Megan?
Yeah.
Thank you. Fairly even position here. There, I would have actually preferred to bring the bishop back to e6, though, rather than this way, because it actually has some purpose on e6 with the g5, g4 pawn pushes. Over here, it's locked out. What, knight e2 maybe? Knight e2? Do it. So white has a queen, but black is driving the game. This is interesting. Let's see what black's gonna do here. Yeah, I mean that's a deep pawn. Also possible is playing f5 there to support it and attack the queen simultaneously. Again, we've got, there's the knight e2 that would have been good hours ago. Well, bishop takes queen. Black's gonna play bishop takes, no, black did not play bishop takes queen. And now Shreya is threatening some nonsense over here if black does not, oh, queen takes f, oh, wow. Queen takes f7. Oh, but it's check now. But a moment ago. White actually had it. White actually had it for a moment there. Look at the time, though. Now you see why they're missing some things. And with all of that, I'm surprised that it came down to time. I'm surprised that it came down to time. Wow, look at all the top guessers out of, yeah, for this game. Wow. All right, this is around 5 of 5. And that is my wife, Megan, bringing me some coffee. Let's look at Critic versus Annie G. And we've got an England gambit right off the bat. D4, E5, but played a little funny. White played C4. Actually doesn't look anything like the England gambit. It just started that way as the first move. Boy, it gets nice and toasty over here in front of the Mac Mini.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a little fan on the Mac Mini, and it just kind of pumps warm air right at you. Putting more pressure on the pin knight and bringing the bishop back. Complicated. Pawn takes. No, don't go that route. I was afraid black was going to get too complicated there. Why do you got to get so complicated? Knight takes f6 check was the key in that kind of situation, that white had a check. Didn't play it, but they had a check. They're still winning. I might play pawn a3 here. Attack a bishop. They sack their knight. They can do that. I still might play pawn a3. Then b4. Then knight to d5. a3, b4, knight d5. So you're setting up a whole bunch of trades, right? This pin is annoying to you as white. That pin's annoying to you. So you get rid of it. You get rid of that pin. Knight takes. Just do it. Knight takes. Because then if bishop takes, then knight takes, right? Or if knight takes, let me redraw some arrows since we apparently have time. If knight takes and rook takes, then bishop takes, right? So either way, here we go. Yeah, knight take. There you go. Did you see how that worked? That was interesting. And Critic beats Annie G. But that was a fun game and a fast one. So we got plenty of time to go to another game now. Yogin Patel versus Royal Knight. Yogin Patel offers a draw. Royal Knight says no, thank you. Rook takes. Don't trade rooks. No, see, if you're white there, you do have some potential for a back rank mate up until when you trade rooks. It was your last piece. So this one's over. Let's go to Castaway Will and Chess for 105. Castaway Will. Ooh, we got here just for excitement. Check that out. Check. Yep, getting the last piece in the game. And threatening rook takes d4. queen's got some checks. There you go. King has to go to h1, then rook takes c1, right? Rook takes c1, knight takes c1, then queen d1. Yeah. And then white needs to defend it, so probably queen c3. Yeah. And then you could play rook takes d4. Black could just play rook takes d4 here. Because they have the escape square. They have the important escape square. So there's no threat of back rank mate. It's called a Luft. It means error in Germany. In German. Don't go for a draw. No. Yeah. You bring your king out. You're totally winning. Don't repeat positions, chess for 105. You're totally winning. Now let's see if he figures out how to win from here. There's many methods for it. It would not be too hard to win from here. You could simply just start scooting this pawn forward, because the queen won't be able to take, because then you'll checkmate, right? There's fancier ways of, putting the rook down and then over. That would be probably the fanciest, most tactical way. That was a huge mistake. No, the rook could block the check. Never mind. All right, so white creates a Luft. They needed... No, because now queen's going to take knight. Oh, but it's a check. Hello, Chris. It is a check. F5. Now the queen's got to move somewhere. Now queen takes knight and says check. King steps up. And how do we finish this out? That is threatening mate in 1. In your face mate on b2. You could even trade this and win. You could go queen takes b2, queen takes b2, rook takes b2 and win, because you got this. Probably queen c5. Say, nope, you're not getting out there. Nope, now he's getting out there. So you wanted to get remove their getaway plan. Of course, their getaway plan is running across the center of the board, which isn't a very good one. But even still, I like to remove the getaway plan. Come on, Castaway Will. Show us some good technique here. Let's finish this out in just a couple moves. You got mate in 2 a million ways. A million ways. There you go. Good job. All right. Let's see who else might still be playing. Is Shreya and Vibrant Diamond? That just finished. Vibrant Diamond 1. Then we got Chess for 107 and Anish DeBoss. Certainly looks like Chess for 107's just about to win. We got there right in time. I like Anish DeBoss's screen name and attitude. A newer player, but he's the boss. That's the kind of attitude you need. This is the last round of the first tournament. Queen Bunny and Neely Pilly, the final moves of Tournament 1. That's not checkmate. How much time? Oh! Let's see. This could be one of these weird ones, right? Queen Bunny should totally win this game, but because of the time situation... I mean, if you can't see the checkmates, you could have just let the king take your knight and then moved your rook and then scooted the pawn down the board, right? There's always that kind of method. The thing you got to be careful about is if you don't see the checkmate and you're getting Once you get down to like 5 seconds, you better just take the pawn on a2 if you don't see the checkmate, because otherwise white could actually win the game. As long as white has that pawn on a2, they could win if black's clock expires. Are we going to repeat moves? Nope. And he's not taking the pawn. He's down to 5 seconds. He should totally take the pawn on a2. Wow, this is close. This is close. Queen Bunny won. See, that's what I was saying. Whoa! They had one pawn left, and so the rule is that pawn could turn into mating material. All right, so Critic R, you won first place. Congratulations, 5 out of 5. Royal Knight, 4 out of 5. Congratulations, Royal Knight 101. And Chess for 105, also with 4 out of 5. You know what? Let me look at the... And let's call out a few of the 3 out of 5s, because that's a very good score as well, and there's a lot of them. Yogin Patel, 3 out of 5. Castaway Will, 3 out of 5. Chess for 107, 3 out of 5. Hamilton 122, 3 out of 5. Annie G 001, 3 out of 5. And Red Charming Road, 3 out of 5. Congratulations. Thank you everyone for playing. You still have time to join in on the fun. We are playing Blitz chess to raise money for India's COVID-19 response. So you can join. There are $300 in prizes that I have donated for this tournament. Excuse me, I was about to sneeze. $300 in prizes that I have donated for this tournament to make it exciting, make more people want to play. All you have to do is give a donation. You go to dailychessmusings.com, sign up, donate, you're in. Boom. You're in for Tournament 2 and Tournament 3. We're playing 3 in a row. Every win you get gets you an extra raffle ticket. Every tournament you play in gets you an extra raffle ticket. Donating more than $10 gets you an extra raffle ticket. In fact, I think we're giving one for every $10 over. And just playing, you get one raffle ticket if you made a donation and just played. So I think the minimum you could number of raffle tickets would be 4, and that's if you've played all 3 tournaments and lost all the games. But you know, people, you're gonna get points by playing in the tournaments. Every point equals another raffle ticket. We play 3 5-0 games in a row, and 3 tournaments. 5-round 5-0 Swiss tournaments in a row. And then after the last one, we will call off the raffle winners and distribute the prizes. But the big winner tonight is everybody who's participating for helping India, because India is in a terrible situation right now. All right, let's see. Yep, my screen's still looking good. I see the Daily Chess Musings rated correspondence pyramid. Let me talk about a few of these things we got coming up. This is Daily Chess Musings. This is the YouTube channel for dailychessmusings.com. My name is Chris Torres. I run a free after-school chess club every Wednesday. So if you know somebody who is school-aged who would like to participate in a free chess club, they can do that on Wednesdays. I run free camps over holiday breaks. So like we did a winter camp last summer. We did a camp that had 1,000 students. This summer we're doing 3 camps. Doing 3 camps this summer. They're all free. I have amazing guests lined up. Different lessons for each one. Let me give you the dates on those real fast. So free summer chess camps are Camp 1, June 14th through 18th. Camp 2, July 12th through 16th. And Camp 3, August 9th through 13th. I'm crazy. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to run a camp for the number of students we're talking about. Like I said, last year we had over 1,000. That is a lot of work. I'm doing 3 of them. The rated correspondence pyramid tournament. It is a step ladder tournament, except it's put into a pyramid format. So each level of the pyramid would be a rung of the step ladder. So you have opponent variety. You can play people 4 levels above you, and they can challenge you from 4 levels below. You have variety of opponents. Your goal is to climb as high. Climb to the top of the pyramid. You get to the top of the pyramid, and you could become a U.S. Chess Federation chess master in correspondence chess, just like myself. You get a nice certificate signed by the correspondence chess director, all that good stuff. Let's see. And it is officially rated. And we're using daily chess. It's right here on chess.com. We're using daily chess as the mechanism to run all the games in the pyramid. You can find out all about that on dailychessmusings.com. The Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic 5-round Swiss tournament for Scholastic players. May 22nd, Saturday, May 22nd. I will be doing that on Tornello, which is another site specifically made for running large Swiss tournaments. The Eid Foundation, fantastic foundation. It is enhancing chess literacy and excellence globally. We want to help them, so we are running this tournament for them. Who is we? It is myself, Chris Torres, and Jay Stallings. You remember Coach Jay, Mr. Chess Hoots. We will be running that one together. That one only has a $20 entry fee. Plus, you have to be a member of the United States Chess Federation, which you should want to join anyways. You should want to join it anyways. You should make sure you are officially in the National Federation for the United States. Also, you know, if you don't live in America, you can still join. It's fine. Let's see, we've got 2 minutes. Tonight, however, it is all about helping India. It is all about helping India. Everybody you see playing is donated to a charity, some amount, whatever they can afford, a charity that is giving aid to India in this horrible, horrible situation that they're facing with COVID-19. I have a lot of students. Who live in India. A lot of people who visit dailychessmusings.com come from India. It has a huge thriving chess scene, and they are being hammered right now. We need to help them out. And that is what we are doing. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tournament number 2 is about to start. Any moment, tournament 2 will start. In fact, I need to go and switch to tournament number 2. Yep, there we go. I did it. Oops. And I'm moving pieces. I didn't mean to do that. Looks like I got a little bit of time. I'm going to run and use the restroom real fast. I will be right back. I got 1 minute. Ugh. did you want to order us some pancakes too while you're at it, maybe? I bet you Lily could handle those with her stomach. You know, the little pancakes, maybe some bacon to go with their breakfast. Yeah, yeah.
The grocery order?
Uh-huh. All right. Talking about groceries, it's 5:01. Games should be started, and they are. Let's start with Royal Knight versus the Fearless Carrot. Royal Knight has the pawn center. Fearless Carrot is castled, has an extra piece developed, but things are forked right now. Boom. So Royal Knight gets a piece. Let's see. How's our material stand? Oh, dead even. We're dead even in material. This is interesting dynamic here. What would you do? Bishop takes e3, fx e3. Yeah, bishop takes, pawn takes, and then push d5 to get this line for that bishop. Let's see. Yep. Good job, Fearless Carrot. Royal Knight's a tough player. Look at his rating. He's over 2,000. We have several of our members who are over 2,000. Several of my students on here, and Royal Knight is one of them. He is he's also a pretty good streamer. You can find his stream on YouTube. I catch it every once in a while. All right, dropping the bishop back, threatening the knight. You got to be careful what you do here. I would probably go knight c5, and that way my knight is threatening the dangerous bishop. That was not what you wanted to do. That is not what you wanted to do. Because now bishop's threatening to take. If bishop takes, queen takes, right? And queen's threatening to take here. Probably bishop g6 is your best bet, because at least it's holding things solid, but you're going to lose the knight. You're going to lose the knight. Nearly any way you cut it here, you're going to lose a piece, maybe worse. White is happy trading queens because they are a piece ahead. Take with the pawn. Yeah, because you know why bring your rook up and create problems? You gotta get your knight involved right now. Right now, you get your knight involved because it guards the e2 square, so the rook can't even get to the 7th. Now you slide a rook over, trade rooks if you can. Oops. Quit drawing arrows when you don't mean to, Chris. Oh, look what you're doing. There we go. Sorry about the extra arrows, guys. I would have scooted the rook even one square further over Royal Knight, and that way you're trading, because you're stopping the pawn anyways with your knight, so it's no big deal. I would have popped my knight up here, because look. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I mean, that's the good stuff. There. Knight goes there, forks. Still works. Now the knight gets there. No tasty fork, but it's a powerful square. If this rook does move over, though, then you got a fork there. So, you know, they might try and stack rooks, and then you got a fork like that. You might have other... Whoops, there goes my silly arrows again. All right, so he took a moment to support his knight. That makes sense. And then he's probably going to think about king f2, and then rook e3, and then rook e1, right? Switch files now that the knight's supported there. Get his rooks into the open file. Otherwise, you know, he can think about moving the knight out of the way and then attacking the isolated opponent a second time with those rooks. There's really a couple different methods here. Fearless Carrot's taking his time. Oftentimes we do that. when we're already kind of really far behind. And if we had taken the time earlier when the situation called for it, we wouldn't be hurting. It's hard to do the time management thing in Blitz, though. It's hard to criticize somebody's time management in Blitz. I mean, nothing's going to happen over here. Nothing's going to happen. White should play king f2 soon, and then battle for the e file. That's the strategy. Now I might just take. I might just take and then play a4 and support it. Or take and maybe you don't even need to play a4. Maybe you take and then you can push forward because it's already supported by your knight. You know what I should do at some point is type in the. I didn't share the link, but now I'm logged into Chesscup. I don't want to screw things up, you know. But I should have shared the YouTube link. I can do that afterwards. Yep, if king takes, rook takes. Go ahead, rook takes d6. Chakaruski, king's got to go back, trade rooks. Black does not want to trade rooks, but they did. Now, boom, boom. And that turns into a queen. All right. Okay, so let's see. We saw Royal Knight play a nice game against the Fearless Carrot. Sorry, guys. My nice cozy heater here, my computer, it makes me feel a little sleepy. Let's look at EA 245 versus Yogin Patel. And we just got here in a very exciting moment. Black is about to win the game. You play queen b8 and then queen to... yeah, go ahead. Yep. Very exciting moment to join that game. And let's look at some and Anish Dabas. And another exciting moment to join this game. So it looks like round one is quickly coming to a... Round one of Tournament 2 is quickly coming to a conclusion. Can you put some more water in that big fish tank? It's starting to get loud.
Let me finish this first.
Okay.
Did you need more coffee?
I do.
Like, to make, not in your cup right now.
There should be more.
I mean, if you need more of the ingredients in which you make coffee.
Yes, I would also need the ingredients in which I make coffee. Coffee beans that are ground. Yes, I would. And I could use more coffee in my glass, too.
Yes, I will get that in a minute.
Nice checkmate. All right, so we are to round number 2. Yeah, I definitely need more coffee. All right. Round 2 of 5 in tournament number 2 of 3 to raise money to help India. Let's see. Let's look at Shreya and Chess for 105. Shreya versus Chess for 105. Shreya starts with center pawn, respawn, e4, e5, knight c3, knight f6, knight f3, Four knights opening. Four knights opening. So bishop b5. Nope, bishop c4. So there's the fork trick. If knight takes, then you got pawn forking, right? But it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Now you save the bishop. I like to go to d3 myself. Oh. Now this knight could go back here and threaten the queen. Or you could scoot the pawn forward and guard it that way. I know all this stuff. I see it a lot. Oh, not like that, though. Now you lose there. Now white has an interesting counterattack, though. Let's play rook e1. And then if the queen totally bugs out... see, it would have been better to play rook e1 first. Now rook e1. Then if you could get this knight to move, you could play rook takes e5. Knight takes e7, pawn to c4, attacking the queen. Queen's got to go somewhere. Sharia is making some nice threats. When you're behind, you gotta make threats. Queen goes to a4, check a Ruski. Bishop interposes. Now where's the queen go? I'd probably go back to c2 personally. She goes back to b3 again. Yeah, this does create a little bit of a threat, but it's not too bad because black has this idea. Oops. I meant to erase one arrow and I drew a second. I could really use that coffee. Really use that coffee. I do a lot of teaching. I work long hours, writing content for dailychessmusings.com. I'm very passionate about chess, but ever since being sick last year, my energy level is not what it used to be. But at least I can still tolerate and handle coffee well. I also enjoy tea, especially, when I'm all done with my main work for the night. I enjoy many kinds of tea. Anybody who's any of my private students already knows this information. So I'm always drinking coffee or tea with them, depending. Well, you could play d4 and grab the center. No, you can't, because the knight and the queen are both attacking you. That would have been a bad move. Never mind that suggestion. And we don't want to trade, but we don't want to let black have the open file either. So that was a good move by Chess for 105. Excellent move. And a good move by Sharia attacking the queen. Create a threat, you never know. If I'm black, I probably bring my queen up here to d4, right? That's probably what I did. But now white could play maybe queen c4 check, right? Or queen b3 check, right? Again, you don't want to trade because you are down the knight. Queen b3 check's kind of nice because you're checking, but you're also forking. You get your queen, involved on this big diagonal after they move the knight, then you might get some. The queen is a powerful attacking piece. She found the queen c4 check, and that's pretty good. Let me try and erase these arrows. I'm having problems because I'm tired and need my coffee. There we go. Arrow goes away. Also heard my fish tank buzzing, which means it needed a little bit more water. The filter was working too hard, right? And yeah, a lot of people know I like freshwater cichlids. These are my favorite kind of fish. They're intelligent fish, and they're hardy. And I mean, you don't have to be excellent at mastering, the aquarium sciences to keep them alive. There are some fish that are very fragile. Most South American or African cichlids that you get just are very colorful, very interesting to watch, and very solid. Fearless Carrot and some 213. Yeah, I've had freshwater cichlids for, I don't know, maybe probably just about as long as I've been doing chess professionally. So about a quarter century, about 25 years now. And a lot of them, have lived, 5 to 10 years in that range. The other thing you want to do is always don't go for the biggest fish you can squish into a tank. That's not very nice, right? Get smaller cichlid varieties, unless you have a humongous tank, and that way you can get a few of them, and they have a lot of space to swim around. Sometimes I see people bragging about their fish tank setups online, and it's got this ginormous fish in like a 10-gallon tank, and it makes me a little sad. Can't do anything about it, but it makes me sad. All right, so knight could just take, right? Oh, no, 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 no. Queen to f7. Whoa. See, you gotta look at your checks first, right? Queen to f7's just a killer move, because then king d8, and then you could play queen g7. And missed it. Missed it. And now, yeah, White could have ran with that to win. White could have won this game. Arushi 221 2718, and Vibrant Diamond is getting a second chance at life, and has a reasonably good position because of the material advantage, right? So black right now has 2 extra knights, but white has more force. There's a difference between force and material, ladies and gentlemen. Material is the total amount of pieces and pawns, the amount of wood you have on the chessboard. Force is how you're using it. Force is how you're using it. So this is a neat dynamic right now, because one side has more material and the other side has more force. White has a lot more force with the rooks and queens and things. That's my phone ringing. I'm pretty sure I did postpone my lessons and inform my students, so if it keeps ringing, then I'll have to check. Like I said, I teach a few lessons a day usually, and normally on a Friday I'd be having some pretty nice chill lessons with some of my favorite students. But tonight we're doing something very important for India, because they absolutely need everybody's help right now. It is very scary when this virus gets to a critical mass, where it just starts propagating and spreading so quickly. I mean, these are human lives we're talking about, and it hurts to even just think about the amount of pain and suffering and the death toll. So if you can help out, even if you just stumbled across this on YouTube, you can go to dailychessmusings.com. You don't even have to play chess. There's some direct links to some wonderful charities sending aid to India right now. You don't even have to play chess. You can just click the link, and I mean, I'm not handling the money at all. I just put the links there. People click it, and then sign up for the tournament. I'm not touching the money at all. It's all going directly to where it needs to go. Let's see. We are in round 3 of 5. Round 3 just started. Let's take a look at chess for 105 versus chess for 107. I know about this. This is going to be a good one. All right, so we got ourselves a French defense. French exchange. A lot of people say it's like a draw automatic. No, it's not an automatic draw. It is more of a drawish opening. Has a higher percentage of draws at master level. But the French exchange is a fine way to play, especially, yeah. So we're roughly even. This looks very much like just a regular French exchange. I'm very comfortable. Honestly, French exchange looks a lot. You might even say it looks a lot like a Caracan, right? I mean, look, you got the C6, the D5. All right, so white no longer has a center pawn. Black does, and black has injured white's pawn structure. So I like white. I like black's position better here. They've got some nice long-term advantages. They're controlling space, and they've got a better pawn structure. These are double isolated. That's an isolated pawn. White temporarily has more force, though, with the bishop pinning the knight, the other bishop on a good square, the rook, right? So white's got an advantage in force. Their pieces are attacking better. Black's got the advantage in space. And this is beautiful. Because see, with these doubled pawns, is that pawn on c6 really weak? No. There's no way white is going to capitalize on that. They don't have a knight. So there's just, yeah, that's beautiful. I would prefer to be black here, but having said that, I'm sure I could figure out some good... Okay, so white unifies their rooks, moves their queen out. I was thinking along these lines too. Now, what do you do here as black is important. What do you do here as black is important. I might continue, this kind of charge with our space, and you got time to play a5. They aren't threatening us in any way. Free... Oh, that's very dangerous. That's very dangerous. Not necessary. The g5 move's very dangerous, not necessary. It's a good move, probably, but it's very dangerous. It's risky. All right, so now this is all... Black has a permanent advantage in space, but white has bishops on very dangerous diagonals. Now, you want to try and preserve this bishop if at all possible, so you probably back up here, because you like that your bishops are influencing these important squares. Whoa. Okay. Now, would you take here, or would you take here? All right, he took, yeah. Whoa. Now you got this queen check, right? Yeah, you at least, They cannot play king h8, by the way, because if they play king h8, you got checkmate. So they have to go rook f8, and then you got another check. Do you go back as black? You go up? No, you don't go up. You don't go up. You don't go up. Because now they have bishop g6 check. Use the bishop instead of the queen, because the queen is guarding some good stuff here, right? That's still good. This rook's just been sitting here ready to be taken, but black can't take it because they're in check. What do you do here? You play bishop to g6. Let's see if he sees it. Bishop g6 solves your problem. And then you might say, well, what happens if king goes there? Well, I would, yeah. Now, king goes here, and then I would take. I would take, because then this has to come up. Then it's really, oh. Now you got check here, forcing that here, and then you're threatening mate, right? Now you got to play rook takes bishop. Yeah, and now black is going to get checkmated. That was a fun game. Still not over. Black hasn't resigned. But there's nothing they can do. We know that this queen, no matter what, is coming to F's up. Not no matter what. Not no matter what. Because now, see, had he pre-moved? See that? Chris needs his coffee. If I was playing this game, I might have been silly and just pre-moved and then lose, right? It was not a no matter what situation. It was going to finish in a checkmate on the next move, but we weren't going to do it always with just Queen F7. Let's look at EA 2181 and EA 245. So you might guess we're seeing some siblings in things this evening, right? I'm not giving out people's real names and such. Try to avoid that on YouTube broadcasts. But I know who these people are. Let me see. I mean, I thought I needed some coffee a little while ago. Let's see if I can get some coffee. Yeah, can I please have some coffee? All right. Some people order pizza on the telephone. Others order coffee.
Yeah, some people are distracted by 4-year-olds.
Yeah. Four-year-olds are very distracting. Any of you have a 4-year-old at home? You know. They always need something, or want to share something, or have a question about something. Kids ask a lot of questions. It's part of the learning process. It's a very important part of the learning process. When I am doing chess lessons with students, I encourage them to ask questions. Now, it's not to say you should ask questions just for the sake of asking questions, but if you have a question, you should make sure you ask your teacher, your professor, or whoever it is that you're in a class with, because that's how you get your value, right? If you're in school, you know. Now, if you're really shy or something, you can always, like stay after class for just a minute to ask the question, right? Because sometimes people are afraid. Maybe their question's a, quote, dumb question, right? And I understand that. You might have some anxiety. But always ask the person who's the teacher the question. All right. Anthony 16B and Shreya. Shreya is down on time, but apparently has learned about pre-moving. Good for you, Shreya. You've picked up something already. So Anthony has a minute 20, but Shreya is just moving her rook back and forth and only using like a tenth of a second per move. So Anthony's going to have to figure something out. Scooting that pawn forward does not really help. Shreya could have taken the knight there, right? Uh-oh, see? I'm sorry, taken the bishop. Yeah, now her rook is pinned. She can't move it around. She lost a lot of time there. It's another check. She can't do exactly what she wants, losing time. And lost on time. But she figured out how to pre-move, so good job. All right, we love India. We're coming up to round 4. I'm just waiting to see the games. There they are. Let's look at Chess for 105 versus Royal Knight. Oh, we're going to have a Caracan this time. So last time, and a Caracan exchange. Interesting. So we just looked at the French exchange. Caracan exchange is what we're seeing here. So in the French exchange, you end up with a pawn on c6 and d5. In the Caracan exchange, your pawn's on e6 and d5, right? But despite that major difference, actually, strategies are a little similar. White has a small edge, and black has a very solid position. If white pushes too hard for the win, black can punish that mistake and end up winning themselves. Positions from the French and the Caracan are not meant to be as dynamic, say, as like e5 or the Sicilian options. But having said that, I mean, Anatoly Karpov did quite well with both those openings, and he was world champion. A lot of people don't know, but in, what was it, 1984, he was playing Garry Kasparov. Everybody remembers that Garry Kasparov beat Anatoly Karpov, but Karpov was 4 wins ahead of Kasparov, if I remember correctly, and then there was like 17 draws in a row in the World Championship match. So the guy who was in charge of FIDE, or in charge of the match, decided, you know what, the players are getting too tired. Let's just cancel the end. So he canceled the end of the match. The players then ended up playing again in like 1985, and when they restarted the match, they started with an even score, and Kasparov ended up winning just barely. And so the interesting thing is, I mean, yeah, Karpov was winning the match. He was winning the World Championship, and they had played some crazy amount of games. They were like in like 30 games or something into the match, and it was just halted with no result. Yeah. And did that make Karpov a bitter person for the rest of his life? No. He's a very nice guy by all accounts. He does a lot of work, much like the Eid Foundation does, where he promotes chess for peace and chess for community. Yeah, at some point maybe I'll do a marathon thing and go through all the Kasparov-Karpov games. That would be fun. But right now we are looking at Royal Knight versus Chess for 105. Interesting. So maybe Royal Knight's been trying a little too hard for the win here, right? He messed up his pawn structure. On his king side here, his king has really no long-term safety. Trading pieces there, though, actually helps black, because then white has less stuff to counterattack with. Maybe Royal Knight's going to move his rook here and double up on the, yeah, and then maybe Chess for 105 is going to move his rook and defend it. Yep. And then, nope. See, now you're inviting that. You got to be real careful about inviting that. Oops. That. Not that. Okay. Drew the arrow going the wrong way. The queen h7. Queen goes down there, and then black's going to be hanging out. Yeah, black's going to hang out someplace there for king's. Ooh. No, you don't want to. He's Royal Knight's pushing a little too hard in this. He knows he should win this game. He's the stronger, more experienced player, but he's pushing a little too hard. Sometimes this happens. I see this often with students. Sometimes they will be playing like titled players, FIDE Masters and stuff, getting draws with titled players. And then losing or drawing like a 1400 or something. And their parents ask me why. If so and so can beat this titled player, or draw this title player, why are they struggling at the lower levels? And it's because at the lower levels, they're pushing too hard for the win. At the higher levels, they're playing probably too conservatively. It's also bad to play too conservative at the lower levels, to be too safe when you're playing somebody below you, because then you're asking for them to get a draw against you. Different chess styles. Matter, but I'm talking about situations that arise no matter what your style is, where you have choice A or choice B, and they're both pretty good. One is very aggressive and dangerous, and one is very secure and gives you a tiny edge. In the situations in which it is more correct to use both of those, choose one of those two choices. Final rounds of chess tournaments. It gets a little complicated, of course, when your chess team needs you to, maybe your chess team needs you to get a win for them to have a better chance of winning as a team, but a draw gets you the championship. Then things get a little tricky. That was nice. Chess for 105 is playing very nice chess today, I've noticed. A lot of good chess happening up in Canada. You don't hear a lot about Canadian chess, but they've got a lot of talented players. And then that was a nice fork. Now, even with pre-moving, it's server-based on chess.com versus one of those other servers that everybody knows about. It's non-server-based. So that means the time it takes your move to get to the server subtracts time from your clock on chess.com, whereas one of the other major servers, it does not. It's user-based. And so you can literally, on that other server, you could pre-move and not lose any time at all, which some people like and some people don't. I think, pre-moving and not losing any time at all, I have some problems with that, because we have to think about what it means to make a move, right? In chess, no matter how, think about like the physical aspect of moving the piece and hitting the clock. That takes a little bit of moment, a little bit of time, right? And it always should. You shouldn't be able to make moves faster than time. Time is always ticking. So I like chess.com because they exist in reality in terms of a move should take a little bit of time. Let's see. Let's look at Queen Bunny versus Yogin Patel. Let's watch this finish up. Queen Bunny gets a nice victory. And I like Queen Bunny's profile photo. That's nice. It's a nice, happy bunny rabbit sitting in front of a nice flower. What's not to like about that? Let's see. EA 240, and we just saw the end of that. Nice win here. Looks like EA was definitely losing. Now, if this bishop was here, that wouldn't be the case, because then when the king moves out of the way, you can move the rook, and you have a windmill, right? Let me see. I'll show you. Oh, it won't let me. But if the bishop was here, the king would have to go to h8, and then you can move the rook out of the way and checkmate. Yep. Use the wrong term there. It's not a windmill. It's just a nice checkmate. But with the bishop being over here, then yeah, clearly black should win this game. And but time is a factor in Blitz, right? And so this was a nice win. Let's look at Rohit Sech, and that just finished. So that means it should be time for our next round, which should be round 5 of 5 of tournament 2. All right, Annie G and Chess for 105. Let's look at it. Looks like we got ourselves like like a Hungarian defense maybe is how this started, with the bishop going to e7. Normally in these e4, e5 things, the bishop's out here on c5, right, or b4. It's not usually hidden back there in these kind of four knights Italian kind of things. Pawn takes, knight takes, yeah, bishop takes, bishop takes. Well, you gonna play knight takes, or you gonna? I certainly would play knight takes. Get rid of their bishop pair. Don't let black have a bishop pair and a center. Oh, yeah. See, black came out of this. Yeah, gets a piece. Now your king's exposed. Uh-oh. White's in trouble. Now this is lining up down here nicely. This can come out here. No, it can't, because there's a bishop there. Well, maybe, yeah. Go ahead and do that. Now, what would you do here? What would you do here? Maybe knight d4? Is that good? Yeah, it looks good to me, because then you're threatening a big time fork, right? I mean, you could also try a rook e8 first. Nothing wrong with that. There I go, drawing wackadoo arrows all over the place. My mental... Look at this. What a bunch of nonsense. What a bunch of nonsense. Criminy. See, anybody can draw a bunch of nonsense and look impressive. Nothing against that particular grandmaster, who does stream quite often and does draw a lot of extra superfluous lines. Because his actually means something. It's a little showing off, though, but I mean, that was boo-boos and nonsense. What should we do here? Maybe so threatening fork. This is weird. Well, I mean, black's to move first, so I in a situation like this is cool. In a situation like this, black's to move first, so that gives them an advantage because they fork first, they capture first, they escape first, right? Right? But this is weird. This is, weirdly unique. Here I go again with my... There, thank you. Thank you for making a move, because I go to erase my arrow, and in my mind, going the backwards way from where I went seems like it should erase, right? No, you have to do it again going the same way. I need to reprogram myself about that. Different chess software works differently. Chess.com's pretty easy, though, in the sense that you only have to hold one button to color something or draw an arrow. It's just a right-click thing. Big time fork threat. Let's see if black sees it. I mean, boom. Black saw it, but I would have played rook c5 to attack the oh my goodness. Now rook takes check. What just happened there? That was so fast. That was so fast. And wrong. You got to be careful with the pre-moves, because sometimes you can look pretty silly with pre-move. But that's part of the fun of internet chess. I'm old enough to remember when pre-move wasn't a thing. Yeah. Back in the day, in the first couple chess servers, there was no such thing as pre-move, and then they created some interfaces for those servers where it was a possibility, and then eventually the servers added it to their own software. Pre-move his it's made it more fun because you get the silly factor. And who doesn't like watching a top player look really silly on occasion, right? Embarrassingly bad. It's funny. You know what's really funny is some of these pre-move blunder type things for these top players. Since we were in shut down for the pandemic, they're showing up in the databases. So I'm like looking through databases, looking at like player games and whatnot, and you see like a player lose their bishop on move 2 of the game, and it's a top grandmaster. I'm not going to say who, but I stumbled across their game the other day, and it's in the database. It's in ChessBase. Absolutely hilarious. So we got ourselves, obviously Black's supposed to win this, but check it out. That knight is threatening to be a hero right now. Let's see. If Black moves a pawn. Oh, no! Black moved a pawn. Ah. Oh, no, the knight is a hero. Those forks, they're just, you're supposed to win. A rook, you got 4 pawns versus 3, and a rook versus a knight. You're supposed to win that. King, no. You should have played king takes, because now king can go there. Now your chances of winning is less. White should still be okay. No, you wanted to move your knight, king back. Yeah, white's going to win now. I spoke too soon. This game is the most exciting game of the day. I should have an award for that at some point. Annie G001 versus Chess for 105. This game has more momentum shifts than the San Andreas Fault. Holy Toledo. Now we got ourselves a queen versus queen endgame with 1 extra pawn. The extra pawn is up. Tournament is over. But these guys didn't finish. Oh, they agreed to a draw. Got it. Annie G001 won the tournament with 4.5. 4.5. That was an important half point for her. If she doesn't get the draw there, we were just talking about decisions in the final round. If she doesn't get the draw there. All right. So Annie G001, Rohit H. Annie G had 4.5 out of 5. Rohit H 4 out of 5. Royal Knight 3.5 out of 5. Chess for 105 3.5 out of 5. Sum 213 3.5 out of 5. Chess for 107 3 out of 5. Anthony 16B 3 out of 5. Queen Bunny 1 3 out of 5. All right. I will be right back, and we will look at tournament number 3. got some more coffee too while I'm up. Then I gotta talk about stuff.
You okay?
Things, you try and walk around them. Ow. Oh. I am in some pain now. Had a little accident coming back, and I spilled coffee all over my nice shirt. That is most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. Up until that moment, I had been having a really good evening. Ow, my foot really hurts. Ah.
Do you need some ice?
I might need ice in a little bit, but right now I'm okay. Take a few deep breaths, Chris. All right, let's talk about the advertisements you guys see. Free online summer camps. Go to Daily Chess Musings, check them out. I got one in June, 1 week in June, 1 week in July, 1 week in August. Free online chess summer camps. Other thing you should be checking out, the Eid Foundation's Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. Let's raise awareness for the Eid Foundation. Play a rated tournament. Win yourself a nice chess plaque to hang on your wall. These are not awards that you're going to see at other tournaments. This is custom stuff. When over-the-board tournaments resume, yeah, a lot of people are going to make big shipments of trophies, and yeah. No, you aren't. These are unique custom awards fitting for champions of a prestigious chess tournament. The Eid Spring Scholastic Chess Classic is USCF rated, online rated, so it will affect your online USCF rating. USCF has separate ratings for time controls online or in person. I think it's wonderful because they have basically doubled, all their top 100 lists and stuff, so it gives you extra chances to get yourself on the top 100. The rated Correspondence Chess Pyramid. Wow, am I excited about this. You have no idea how hard it was for me to make this happen. And I'm not going to go into details about that, but it was very, very difficult. It took me months, if not a year of planning to have this happen. And I wanted it for you guys. I wanted it for the Daily Chess Musings community. We want to load this pyramid up, play daily chess on chess.com, and have it affect our official United States Chess Federation correspondence rating. Correspondence chess is the original social distancing chess. Correspondence chess is so wonderful. I'm going to do a series of lessons on how you can use correspondence chess to improve your chess across the board. You guys, some of you have no idea what a wonderful experience it is. It's very social. You meet people all over the world, and it's casual. You get to play in your easy chair, in your slippers, whenever, chess.com, you'll get a notification on your phone If you got the app on your phone, you'll see when your opponent makes the move. When your game's finished, you just let me know. I'll send them in to be rated by USCF. You move to the top. Every time you beat somebody higher than you on the pyramid, you can challenge somebody on the same level with a lower ranking or somebody higher on the pyramid, up to 4 levels. So you're trying to move up this pyramid. And as you progress up the pyramid, you'll get better at chess really fast. Some of you, maybe. I hope so. I hope some of you end up becoming masters because you played in this tournament. It's a possibility. It's $25 to enter, $5 for each additional year. And once you're in, you'll want to stay in. The reason there's a $5 fee for each additional year, $25 is really ridiculously cheap for a full year of games. You can play as many as you can. Every time you finish, you can start a new one. $5 covers the rating fees for additional years. I mean, it's going to be a lot of work on my part, keeping track of the entire pyramid, making sure that when you challenge somebody, they are within that four level of you kind of situation. And it's going to be a lot of work for me, but it is a dream come true. I want to build this. I want to make it huge. Correspondence chess is wonderful. United States Chess Federation Correspondence chess is wonderful. Years ago, I played in the 2006 Golden Knights tournament. It's very prestigious. It's a open national championship, basically. It's a nationals, but it's open to anybody. And I did very, very well. I ended up tying for, I want to say I tied for second or tied for third. I was very close, half point from winning the thing. My friend Michael Buss, who I see every week, he was one of the guys who tied for first place. There were 2 guys who tied for first place. And it was a wonderful experience. Absolutely wonderful experience. And it made me a much, much better chess player. A couple things have made me better chess players: correspondence chess, learning how to analyze positions through correspondence chess. The other thing that really helped, paying attention to what other teachers are teaching. Every time I see another teacher teaching, I pay attention. I learn things from them that then I can then share and make my own. Another thing that's really helped is always playing stronger people whenever possible. Always play stronger people whenever possible. It's not great for your win-loss record, but it's great for improving. So that's the pyramid. And in the pyramid, you'll be able to play stronger people all the time. That's the correspondence rated pyramid. Check it out on dailychessmusings.com. I am so excited about this tournament. We do a free weekly chess club. We have free weekly tournaments. Normally a Friday night, we just have a regular Blitz. No special prizes, just for bragging rights. Saturday, we have a regular non-rated quick tournament, and Sunday we have the beginner brunch. And it is, our tournament starts, final tournament starts in just 22 seconds. So let me say again, tonight the players have donated to be eligible for the prizes. They've donated to a charity that is helping India. It is supporting India to get medicine and COVID equipment. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for playing and being here. All right, here we go. Final round 1. Let's start off with Royal Knight versus some 2013. And we got ourselves a Rui Lopez. Queen E7. I'm not familiar with that particular idea in the Lopez. And then Royal Knight trades the bishop for the knight. That's interesting. I certainly, would be okay with that as black in that position, because white's getting rid of their bishop pair. And we didn't even challenge the bishop. Uh-oh, check out this file here. This could spell disaster for black. You don't want to be hanging out with your king in the same file as your queen like this. This Very dangerous. Let's see. Let's see if Royal Knight jumps all over this. Ah, the queen moved out of the way. Rook e1. I'm suspecting black's going to play d5 now, right? Then white could play like knight c3, right? Or, you know, oops. There I go again with my cuckoo arrows. Cuckoo arrows. Knock it off, Chris. I was just about to erase it. Oh, properly. There's the check wins the knight. I can't believe they just played bishop d6. Oh, and pinning the queen to the king. Kapow! This changed quickly. And now this knight is threatening this nice fork, which would have been a checkmate if that bishop didn't move. If that bishop didn't move, that knight would have been a checkmate. It would have been a pretty checkmate. But it's still good. It's still good. He did not take the rook. Interesting. He wanted to expose a little bit more, I suppose. Wonder where Royal Knight's going to put his queen after the capture back. That's the question. You think he's going to play there? Yeah. And then what if black plays bishop b5 and interposes? What do you think? Now, let's see. Knight c3. Developing all the pieces. The other rook could come and stack. I would have stacked the other rook first, probably. I like to get all my pieces in and then do it, but white's still clearly winning. And you can push this pawn now. Just push it. Or no, rook e8. Yeah, or that too. Yeah, many paths to victory. But Royal Knight missed the easy rook e8. This works too. And now, see, he wants to come in here, say check, and then go there and say checkmate with the queen, right? That's... Oh, okay. He wants to go there and take the diagonal and then use like a opera house style mate, except this is a queen. All right, let's move to a different game. Nice game, Royal Knight. Thank you for joining us again. Diced Knights versus Hamilton. Diced Knights. I think this is the first time we've seen Diced Knights tonight. Yeah, my foot is starting to feel better now from that accident. Man, stubbing your toe can hurt like heck, can it? I wonder how many times the average human being injures himself in an insignificant yet painful way. Countless. Countless times. I mean, I didn't break a toe, but boy, did that hurt, right? It's that pain that just stops you in your tracks. Forces you to be right in the moment, feeling pain and nothing else. Not worrying, not all your thoughts disappear for a second. It's a moment of zen, but not a very peaceful one. Well, I would certainly just take the knight now, I think. I mean, you could try like the backwards attack on the queen with the knight. Maybe they don't. You know, sometimes your opponents don't see backwards attacks, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean, if bishop takes knight here, then pawn takes back, and at least you've exposed, right? So here are two potential ways to get back in the game. These are kind of the chess hustler tricks, right? Number one is the backward attack. Now, they'll probably see that because you're moving the knight closer to the queen. So they probably would see that. The other is the old expose. Oh no, that's not going to help because now. Well, let's really look. Would you do it? Would you guys? Would you trade the queen for the two rooks in a check? I would. Nope, but Hamilton would not. There's no correct answer to that. Some people would, some people wouldn't. It's okay. It's a matter of taste. It's those choice A or choice Bs I was talking about earlier, where one's more aggressive and one is more consistently good. All right, so now I wouldn't want to take this knight, and I'll tell you why. You got a small, oh, that's nice. That's nice. You got small potential for a back rank mate here. You might like put your bishop, well, now you can't. Now you can move your bishop back here to defend the rook and the knight. That's what you got to do. But I was going to say is you could try, previously, you could try to lure the rook to take something and then maybe get the knight to move after g4, g5, and then boom, back rank mate. I mean, it's a hope. It's playing hope chess, but when you're behind, you're never hopelessly behind. You can play hope chess. That's up, and now queen should just take knight, right? Nope, he didn't. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's gonna fall. Now things are getting. As soon as I say you're never hopelessly behind, then of course. That knight actually is a good move because it stops the basic checkmating. Okay, now the knight's not there anymore, so go ahead and drop your. No, that was a check. That's right. There you go. Check. Take it again. Check, and that's. If g3, um, then queen d2 was checkmate, right? So that's why white resigned there. All right, let's losing my voice a little bit. Not because I'm tired, because of spring allergies. Anish the boss. Anish the boss won, and I missed it. Sorry about that, Anish. I almost got there in time, but good job. You really outplayed your opponent in terms of chess. You're ahead in material and time, big time, right? You had 124 left, and they ran out. All right. Okay, let's go to We Love India, because we do. I've never been to India. I should go sometime. When it's all healthy and fine again to travel, that would be a trip. I would love, especially to go, like more in the countryside and really, and the trains. Wow, yeah. But the countryside, see all the unique wildlife that there is, and the food's wonderful. All right, let's see. We got Hamilton and Royal Knight. Hamilton 122 and Royal Knight. And yep, see, shouldn't have moved the same piece twice, but this is a nice check, fork, and then yep, right? It's the out and over, oops, and the Chris Mark and Arrows screwy again. Out and over, and now, I mean, let's see. Yeah, now it's pretty easy. Although if you play knight d7, you got to be a little careful about getting your queen trapped, because I mean knight d7 is kind of the knight b to d7 is what I would want to play. Personally, myself is just get the pieces. I mean you're gonna win. Just do that kind of thing. But when you put the knight on, then you can't retreat the queen back if you need to. Queen g6 is of course an interesting choice, but the knight h4 defends both. Queen e4 is of interest, right? That's a check. We should always analyze checks, captures, and threats. Yeah, queen e4 is actually pretty good because they don't want to trade queens with you because you're ahead material. That was nice of Royal Knight to take his time there and let me talk about some different ideas. I'm guessing pawn e6, yep, and then bishop e7. And then probably bishop e7. Nope, he goes all the way to d6. There is no pawn here to threaten. Yeah, if white had like a pawn here, then there's a potential of it somehow getting there and forking things, right? But with that, oops, there I go with my bad arrows again. But it's better to be drawing bad arrows than making mouse slips in actual games, right? There's the trade of queens. This should strongly favor, and does, black. Which way is he going to castle? King side, he says. So white's knight moved out here to defend g2 and threaten the queen momentarily, but now it's just kind of sitting out on the rim. Not where it wants to be. Moves back, attacks the rook. What you going to do with your rook? Probably e3, but you might say, but then the bishop goes to f4. Then the rook's got to go to d3 and then trade bishops, right? Here it comes. Bishop f4, rook e3, and then trade bishops. Nope, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Had an easy trade there. Since you're ahead pieces, you always just look for these easy trades. No, you didn't need to do that right there. Because then he can push forward and attack your rook. Now you move back. Okay. And now he sees it. See, it's coming to fruition now. I foresee this knight moving here and then this pawn moving up there. Let's see if that's what Royal Knight... Nope, Royal Knight doesn't do it. Sometimes it's fun to guess. There comes that. And then he's going to scoot this pawn up. Yep, see? I foresaw the plan. White is setting up as strong of a defense as they can. What they need to do is scoot this pawn forward. No, see, they scooted the wrong pawn. No, they didn't want to do that. They wanted to scoot the g pawn to give the knight some place and not open up this file. Because white's, yeah. Two rook advantage is going to be equaled by black very easily. Black's going to pop another rook here. And then probably pop their other knight up there. And then this rook would have to move. And then once that rook moves, they can move the knight out of the way because they've got two rooks against one. So, yeah. This is... I bet you we see all this happen. So first knight f4. First knight f4. No, first... drink your coffee first. First rook a8, then knight f4, then knight to g6, g3. Or maybe Royal Knight's going to do none of that. But basically, you're fighting for the e-file and you're improving all your pieces. And setting up trades. It just makes sense. Royal Knight's time is ticking a lot. Interesting. Well, he's getting some good airtime. Like I said, Royal Knight, Brian, as I know him, is a chess streamer as well. Look him up. Sometimes he goes by Silver Knight, but most of the time he's Royal Knight 101. You can find him sometimes doing some Sleepy Bullet chess play on the other major chess server. a lot of pre-moving stuff. He's very adept at playing hyper bullet and bullet chess. That's Royal Knight's main stuff. He's just a sharp, good chess player. Still very young. A lot of a bright future. I know a lot about the the players that are in our events in our club. It's a community. So what do you guys think of our new logo? Pretty awesome, huh? That was a logo, and I held back for the 1 year anniversary. I had the idea for the logo and wanted to put it out on the 1 year anniversary of dailychessmusings.com. You can hear the whole story of that and the importance of the logo and dailychessmusings.com in my last YouTube video. It's interesting to gain some perspective there. Now, Royal Knight just needs to be careful not to... And see, he's getting rid of that last pawn. Remember we saw, I think we saw the, what is it, Rapid Bunny or something? I forget what the screen name with the bunny. We saw, and here's a mate and 2. King's got to move back and mate. Nicely done. Good technique, Royal Knight. We love India. Yeah, we saw, in fact, the bunny's not playing the final tournament. I was just going to look for the name. That's sad. That's okay, though. You don't have to play in these Blitz chess extravaganzas. It just gives you more chances to win, but it's not necessary to play all 3 games, right? Jonathan Ananuevo, who has a very nice profile photo, very similar to our design in a way, right? It's a circular design with a looming knight. I like it. I like your logo. And wins on time. Nicely done, Jonathan Ananuevo. Thank you for joining us, by the way. And you are from the Philippines. Yeah, we have players from all over the world in our group. And in fact, it's kind of a neat connection. One of my favorite state parks in California is the Ananueva State Park. I went on a really wonderful field trip there. Got to see the elephant seals. Got to go up a lighthouse. And got to get really car sick in front of all my 6th grade friends. But it was fun. You know, it's really the field trips you remember for the entirety of your life. The everyday learning, the classroom experiences, you forget. But yeah, see that? I just threw out something from when I was, 12 years old. Decades later, the memory's still fresh. The fear of walking down. Every 6th grader in my class was deathly afraid. We were walking back down the spiraling staircase that went forever. In the lighthouse, there was no handrails for a huge portion of it. So you're like walking down these stone steps. Maybe they're wood. I don't remember. But yeah, it just went forever. And the wall was just the wall, the inside of the lighthouse, right? There was nothing to grab onto. If you slipped, the amount of, dominoes, if you were a big kid in the back, you could have taken out a whole class. Scary. But memorable. I think they ended up putting handrails in there. But a lot of the state parks have not reopened yet because of the COVID situation. Ooh, Here's oh, yep, see, there's that discovered attack. Bishop's going to take the queen. Jonathan Onanueva, we're back at your next game, apparently. I didn't even realize that. Interesting. So he's a queen up. Let's go ahead and flip around a little bit. Let's look at... we've got kind of a little bit of a smaller group, right? Some of the people joined us for the first two tournaments. Probably had something to do. Phoenix CC. Versus Sonakshi 2009. We haven't seen Phoenix CC yet. Phoenix CC has a nice position. Again, we see Black's king in the corner, which is not where it wants to be. So, having said that, how do you go about? Well, first of all, if I'm Black, I probably want to get rid of this bishop here. Trade bishops. It'll lessen White's attack. Let's see if they do that. Yep. So now White has just a little bit less to attack you with, right? Gutsy. And now queen takes f6, you win the knight, queen takes, king takes, and you're fine as Black. You're fine. White should have played, I guess, knight h5 there, check. Not, yeah. Wow, Black was on the ropes and now they're fine. They're better than fine, they're winning. So now as Black, let's go ahead and scoot our rooks over into the G and H files. No, you don't need to open up the center. See, that's given extra chances. Get your rooks in the G and H files. Might be too late now that you open the center for this plan to work. But what I was saying is you get this all lined up, and then you start scooting that pawn forward, and yeah. Dangerous, because your king is in this file. Yes, you have, yeah, see, that's a pin, right? But now you can do that. And he missed it. Now White can take. Then White wants to probably push here, right? Take the center with tempo, with initiative. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us tonight. We're seeing a lot of fun, exciting chess, but this is for a good cause. This is to help our friends in India manage with this very, very difficult situation. Reminder, immediately following the end of this tournament, this is tournament number 3. Immediately at the end of this, then we will do the live award presentation.
We've got to give you like 5 minutes.
Yeah. It'll take a couple minutes to calculate, but that's great because it gives me some time to talk about upcoming events and what you know about and what you don't know about. Yeah, I've got exciting things both ways. Just with what is public information right now, May, June, July, and August are exceptionally exciting. But I've got a couple other projects that I'm working on. I've always got something in the burner. Chess is such a fun, unique game, and there's just so many different ways you can structure events. There's almost more they say there's more games of chess to be played than there are atoms in the universe or grains of sand on a beach. And there's almost more fun ways to organize events and do things than there are games of chess to be played. I mean, there's an infinite number, if you're a creative person, Even if you're not a creative person, if you just think long enough, you'll think of something fun. I mean, you don't have to just use what everybody else is doing. You don't have to just copy what another successful organizer is doing. You can chart your own path. Even if you're a young person. There's no reason why a young person can't organize something. Maybe you've got a bar mitzvah or a birthday or something, and you want to run a tournament like this for a charitable cause. Easy to do. Look, I didn't handle any money, right? I just put the links, asked you guys to donate, and then I just get to sit here and enjoy great chess, knowing that we're helping people. Of course, this is not the first charity event I've run. I've run a lot. Um, you would have to be slightly older to remember the what are the tsunami? Yeah, the huge tsunami. Um, uh, and we did a tsunami relief event years and years ago. I'm not talking about the Fukushima one even. I'm talking before that. There was a massive earthquake near Indonesia and a huge tsunami, right? Then let's see. I've done breast cancer research things. I've done other ones to help my students get to Slovenia to go play at the World Youth. Um, I've done a lot of tournaments like these. Black is in trouble and time trouble. Not looking so. Oh no, black's not. Black's the one with the rook. I'm sorry, but they're in severe time trouble. Let's see. Ooh, there is potential for a draw. There was, even though they were in such time trouble. All right, we heart India. Blitz, extravaganza, raising money, enjoying chess, and helping our friends. Let's see. Let's look at Rohit Sach versus Phoenix CC. 4 knights opening. Italian 4 knights. Could have been a fork trick, wasn't. So now we just have a regular Italian 4 knights. Black breaks the symmetry. Doesn't want to trade bishops there. I don't blame him. You trade. Some people might say, oh, well, you're doubling their pawns. Yeah, well, you're doubling their pawns early toward the center, which will help white control more of the center, right? This has the makings of a good game. Let's see. Knight takes. You gotta take with your queen so you don't expose. Bishop takes. Pawn takes. Now the rook and queen are lined up on the f file, but the f file is extremely safe. Would you have pushed e5 there? I would have. Yeah, that's good. You get 2 pawns side by side in the center. Nicely done. Nicely done, Phoenix CC. Now I'm half tempted to say like rook a to e8. Put a rook in the same file as your opponent's queen. That's what I would have done there. Get the last rook in the game. You gotta also extra support these guys because this is your advantage. Rook a to e8. Nope, don't. See, if you have an advantage like that, by doing this, you're trading it off. You're trading your center, your ideal pawn center off. Because now, they can like do some, oh, they can't do f3 right away, actually. Because the king's on this diagonal. So, bishop e3, no, that wasn't the right way. King h1 would have been a great move there because it gets you off the dangerous diagonal. Rook b1. Now you can get a rook to the 7th rank. Like I said, this has the makings for a very educational game. I saw it. The position that they reached out of the opening is very Capablanca-like, actually. I mean, some people scoff at the 4 knights in these kinds of positions. Capablanca made a career of it. He became a world champion. I know one coach, I'm not going to mention his name, but one coach feels that kids shouldn't even be shown the Fortnite. Nobody should play the Fortnites, blah, blah, blah. And he's the same guy who loves Capablanca. It's very odd. Very odd indeed to be so opinionated about something and then use Capablanca as like a model for what you want your students to do, but say no. Yeah, don't. You should be playing more dynamic chess than Capablanca played, right? He pushes for dynamic openings. There's a lot of contradictions in chess, though. There really are. First, there's contradictions in, don't do this, and then there's those games where doing that is what wins you the game, right? And then there's the contradictive attitudes of players, coaches, governess. Sometimes, yeah, I mean, just tons of contradictions. This is a little bit of an exciting thing, but Black's easily going to win, right? Yeah. Easily going to win. Then you probably play Queen A2 there. Because if you play Queen A2, you got this plus this, right? And now you take with the rook. And then the king has to go here. You move the rook there. The king has to go there. And then you just say checkmate, right? Nope, he didn't see the. He's defending against the promotion. He could have checkmated by force. Sometimes it's fun to checkmate. A lot of times it is, because then your opponent will say, "Oh, I was so close," but actually they weren't. They were never going to promote that pawn. All right, it's time to switch games. Let's see. Who's still playing? Shreya and Yogin Patel are still playing. And Yogin Patel has a nice advantage in this game. That was the correct response, because if this knight moves, they're going to lose this knight, unless they say check, but then they're going to lose it there, right? So. Shri is having a little bit of a tough evening, but it's about learning. It's about learning, doing something good for the community, chess community, but it's about learning, improving. You can study a lot, but you gotta sharpen your tools through combat on the board. You gotta play chess. Yeah, so normally, like on a Friday night, I'd probably be just teaching or recording or writing. I'd be doing chess right now, regardless. It's a positive place to focus your energies. It's a good it keeps your brain really fit, and nobody is harmed by playing chess. It's a good habit. There are good habits and bad habits. The word habit tends to have a negative connotation, but there are good habits. Knight jumps up to the outpost, but black can just take it and should, because that knight's threatening to fork the king. And yeah, so then pawn's going to take. Then pawn's going to take ex d5, but then black can play f5, and we'll see if that happens. The f5 is exciting. If black sees it, it's very powerful, because then you're threatening. No. See, knight's going to take the. That changes everything. Yeah. You wanted to play f5 and then e4, because then you attack the knight, and you could win that bishop. You take the bishop, and you hang a queen. All right. Let's look at Hamilton and Chess for 107. Both, definitely Chess for 107, but I think both Hamilton and Chess for 107 have played in all 3 tournaments. Yep, not the biggest fundraiser ever, but if we all do our part, if everybody did their part and took a little bit of time, money, or talent to help make the world a little bit better, then we'd really be doing something. Then we'd really be making progress. Oh, that was pretty. That was pretty. This pawn should not have been allowed to do that, but the way black did it was very instructive. And now black can win by force, because they've got the checks to do it.
We did raise over $600.
My wife informs me we raised over $600 tonight. $600. Such an important cause. Hopefully we can get control of this pandemic through the vaccinations, and hopefully they'll right now they're working on the vaccinations, of course, right, to help prevent the severity, but hopefully they develop some medicines too, right? Treatments, better treatments, and I know there are very smart people working on that, and they're working on better tests too. Let's see. This is the last round? Last round of the last tournament already? Wow. That means it's time. It's time. Let's look at Dice Knights versus the Fearless Carrot. Italian game. I like this myself. Putting the bishop on c4. Ooh, is he going to do the start kind of this 2 knights attack? Yeah. Aiming toward the fried liver. Now, how's black going to respond? Is black going to play d5? Black going to play bishop c5? You can actually play bishop c5, by the way. Yeah. Don't draw the cuckoo arrows, Chris. Come on. d5 is by far the normal move here. But the reason I was saying you could play bishop c5 is then if knight takes f7, then you could play bishop takes, right? And then knight takes e4, all that kind of stuff. But this is the fried liver attack. Now taking there is super dangerous. Super dangerous. I could do it because I've taught the fried liver for a quarter century. But now the king has to take. Now the queen's supposed to come, say check. And you got this fork. Oh, no. Yeah, the king cannot go back because now bishop's going to take. And the queen's threatening the belly button, checkmate. So now if you're black, best move's probably queen f6. But even that's not perfect. Queen f6 is good because it blocks checkmate. It blocks the checkmate and it defends c6 from the fork potential. Because if bishop takes, pawn takes, yeah, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. What's best here? Should you take the bishop or should you say check? I would say check because that's an initiative move. Bishop takes pawn, check. Yes, they can go back and save their bishop. Or can they? Yeah, I would go with the initiative. Bishop takes knight. Go with the initiative over the free. Bishop takes knight, check. Bishop can go back a block, thereby saving that. And then, do you take here? Do you move your bishop back, threatening the mate? It's interesting. Interesting. Totally favors white, right? But it's interesting decisions on how you want to do it. This is not the best. Not the best. It gave black a little bit of breathing room. Could have been lights out. Now he's going back here, but that's not going to work because this is defending it, right? Boom! Now all of a sudden, black might come out of this a winner. Now all of a sudden they might win. Wow, things change quickly. Dynamic positions. White had it. We were discussing different methods. Italian game, fried liver attack. By the way, I did a good lesson. Take a look at it. It's called Think This Is Kids Stuff. And I cover the fried liver attack and the lolly attack by way of a Wesley So versus Magnus Carlsen game from this year. So you should definitely take a look at that. It's called Think This Is Kids Stuff. Deep dive. And it's Wesley So versus Magnus Carlsen. And I talk about a bunch of what we just talked about. You'll learn, oh, look at that. Just look at it. What a beautiful night. Bring the bishop out and say check. Because like I said, you keep the initiative. Queen coming out keeps the initiative too. But see, the queen was threatening this bishop, right? Always look at your checks, captures, and threats. Yeah, so after this, I'll probably take it easy. Maybe play some video games. My family really likes the Animal Crossing game. I like really retro games too. Maybe I'll watch a baseball game.
Leo was complaining I wouldn't play Animal Crossing with him. I said I had to get back in here.
Yeah. But just take it easy a bit tonight and enjoy knowing that we had fun with chess and raised $600 to help India. Every little bit counts. I know for a fact at least one player tonight donated $1, and that's fine. Do what you can. We're not here to judge. We're here to help. Ooh, check it out. This is interesting. So the king's in check, which means the bishop cannot take the queen, right? That was an interesting move to throw in there. And then another queen check. And then wherever the king goes, you're going to develop a bishop and say check. And then the knight probably goes and blocks. And then you would maybe put a rook on d8 or castle queenside. So boom, and then boom. Yeah. That's not so good. Oh, wait. Let me try and get rid of this, and I'll tell you why. So white would really love to play rook e1 to pin the queen to the king, but unfortunately there's this bishop there, so if they play rook e1, queen e1, checkmate. That's what I was going to talk about before I drew another wayward arrow. All right. That was a fun game. Thank you, guys. Dice Knights and the Fearless Carrot. That was the only fried liver game of the night. Thank you. We have to have a fried liver, of course. Let's look at Royal Knight versus Jonathan Onanuevo. Oh, we just missed it. Royal Knight won. That's a nice checkmate. It looked very interesting, actually, because it's two rooks being superior to a queen. Usually it's actually easier to use a queen because a queen is always coordinated with itself. Whereas two rooks, you have to work on this coordination. Let's see. Let's look at Sonakshi 2009 versus Hamilton 122. And the tournament is over. That was the final game. Royal Knight wins the final tournament with 4.5 out of 5. Annie G001, 4 out of 5. Second place. And Chess for 105 finishes with 3.5 out of 5. Then we've got Jonathan Onanueva, 3 out of 5. Phoenix CC, 3 out of 5. Anish DeBoss, 3 out of 5. Nicely done, Anish. Look at your rating. It really went up. You gained like 200 points tonight. Some 2013, 3 out of 5. Chess for 107, 3 out of 5. Sonakshi 2009, 3 out of 5. Excellent, excellent. And of course, thank you, Yogin Patel. You played like every tournament. The Fearless Carrot, thank you. Hamilton, thank you. You guys enjoyed chess with us. Shreya, thank you. Rohit Sage, thank you. Anthony, thank you. And Niti Kach, thank you. And anybody I forgot, thank you. You guys helped us. We raised $600 for COVID relief in India just by playing some Blitz chess. How wonderful is that? Maybe some other people are inspired to do it too. You can find the links right on dailychessmusings.com. It's not too late to give. I get no credit for those donations. It's not some sort of link where I get a kickback or anything. No, I'm not. All the money goes directly to those charities to help India with COVID-19 relief. So it's not too late. And while we're waiting for the stuff to be totaled, it's certainly not too late to sign up for the Eid Foundation's Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. We're talking about community tonight. We're talking about helping our chess community in India. They are in need. The Eid Foundation, that's what it's all about. The Eid Foundation is all about chess community and raising chess literacy. Because if we speak the same language, we're that much more connected. Chess is great for communities. The more chess players that are in a community, the better that community is off. Because chess teaches us so many good habits. And so we want to spread chess excellence. That's what the Eid Foundation is about. Join the Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. It is USCF rated. It is the first one. The first USCF rated tournament of Daily Chess Musings history. It's historic. It's the first Eid Foundation tournament. It's historic. Join it. Be a part of it. I will do a live broadcast during the whole day with Coach Jay. Be a part of a chess community. Join that tournament. Be a part of helping out. Join that tournament. The Correspondence Pyramid. I've spent so many months trying to get this. At least, even if you go with just when I was pitching the idea, I've spent 6 months on this. If you go about when it occurred to me, we're probably going back close to a year. This has been a project in the works for a very long time. I've finally gotten it. I've gotten the permission needed to run USCF correspondence rated chess on chess.com. It is such a wonderful experience. Play correspondence chess. It'll improve you. I'll show you how. I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to make you so much stronger at chess. It'll open doors for you. It really will. Sign up. It's going to be really cool to watch people climbing the pyramid. It's a perpetual tournament. You can keep climbing and climbing and climbing as you get better at chess. Maybe you'll get to the #1 ranking at the top of the pyramid. What a fantastic achievement that would be. But even any time you're in kind of these step ladder systems, just hitting your new personal best, that feels good. And that shows you real improvement. The beauty of correspondence chess as well is I like to take notes of all my analysis, all my calculations. Then when the game is finished, I not only can review the game, but I can review my calculations during each move. So for example, you can go back through when the game is over, you can put it in a chess engine. Obviously not during the game. You can't use chess software. But when it's over, you can use chess software to check your game. But not just your game, your thinking during the entire game. And that's when you're going to make huge improvements. Because it's not just going to be the biggest mistakes that you notice. It's going to be the small adjustments in your thinking. You make enough small adjustments and improvements in your thinking, and it equals a big, big jump in your rating, in your ability. So join the USCF rated correspondence chess. Please, I put my reputation on the line. It is a pilot program. I need big numbers. I need your support. I need your help to show the United States Chess Federation that correspondence chess is valuable and can be played on chess.com. Summer camps. Last year, we taught 1,000 students in 1 week. This year, I'm doing 3 one-week camps. 1 in June, 1 in July, 1 in August. Absolutely free, guaranteed to improve your chess. You will improve. You will improve. And I think there was something else I was going to talk about too. Maybe I got most of the announcements out. Maybe I did. Let's see. There's the Eid Foundation, the Correspondence, the free summer camps. Those are the big 3. Obviously, we do a weekly chess class every Wednesday. It's open to anybody, all ages, all abilities. It's free. And we do tournaments every Friday night. We do a Blitz tournament like this. Every Saturday, a quick tournament. And every Sunday, a tournament just for beginners. Outside of that, I do a lot of teaching. Private lessons. If you have one student or a group of students, if you want a private lesson, or you have some friends who want private lessons, I would be happy. I would be happy to help you out. It helps me, right? Because I'm donating my time so much. It's nice to do some private lessons and get some compensation that way. That's very helpful. You should totally go and check out the YouTube channel. Just go through all the videos. Go to dailychessmusings.com. Dailychessmusings.com is only 1 year old, but chessmusings.wordpress.com, what I upgraded from, goes back and back and back and back. There's so much lessons. I covered Vladimir Kramnik and Veselin Topolov's world chess champion. I mean, this is pre-Anand being the world champion. And now we're on Magnus that's how far back I go, right? All these games, top level games, analyzed in a way you can understand and appreciate. Check it out. Plus tons of games by my students over the years. And you can see what I was doing. And a real rich rich database of California chess history for the last 15 years. If there was big things happening in California, I was there and reporting and posting games from. And you can find that stuff on dailychessmusings.com. All of that information is freely available. Just you have to do some sleuthing. You have to do some creative. Whenever you're dealing with so much information, it's almost information overload, right? It'd be like walking into an empty library building, and every single book is there. You have to do some clever thinking as to which book or books you feel like checking out first. But it's all there if you want to look at world championship matches, if you want to look at chess history, you want to look at great historical figures, you want to look at who the best players in the history of chess were. Study Bobby Fischer, Paul Morphy. You can do that. You want to learn more about, like I said, chess in California. You can do that. You want to read interviews with other esteemed coaches. You can do that. Just so much stuff on dailychessmusings.com. And in a moment, we're going to add to that because we're going to have the list of winners for tonight's event. And we raised over $600 to help India. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Yep. After this, I'm going to have a breakfast kind of dinner. That's my plan for the evening. Because I'm always one cup of coffee away from chess time. So sometimes the evening feels like the morning to me or whatever. The hours vary. The activities, always the consistent thing. Chess. Man, I have a lot of notifications on chess.com right now. 21. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. A lot of you are connecting to me. Remember, I am Coach Torres on chess.com. So you can send me a friend request. I will accept it. There's no limit to the number of friends that anybody's ever hit on here, I don't think. So you send me a friend request, I will accept it. If you send me a challenge when I'm playing on chess.com, I'll accept it. Unless I'm doing a lesson with another student, then that's the reason I decline. The rest of the time I don't. I am teaching a lot, so... but if you catch me between lessons... I'll gladly play a game of chess with you. Royal Knights played me. Royal Knights beat me once or twice, right? I mean, it's fun. This is how we get better. Outside of all of this stuff, let me just say that the puzzles, the learning sections on chess.com are extremely good. It's an extremely good value. If you upgrade your membership, you get way more access to that stuff. It's an extremely good value. Practicing tactics, doing chess puzzles is what you got to do to get that pattern recognition, to be able to spot these tactics that we talked about tonight. You have to do a lot of puzzles. And it's never been easier than having so many puzzles just, digitally archived on these various chess sites. It used to be you'd have to buy a book. And I mean, shoot, one of my favorite books, Chess by Laszlo Polgar, is as thick as what we used to call a phone book, which would have all the phone numbers for people in like major cities, right? They don't have phone books so much anymore either. But really, so limited access for people to the important training materials. Now there's no reason not to do chess puzzles. There's no reason not to do chess puzzles. I certainly do a lot. In fact, I post in various categories. There's the bet you can't solve this. Those are really hard ones, right? That's why I call them bet you can't solve this. You'll find that series on dailychessmusings.com. There's a winning chess series that I do on there, and those are winning moves from more famous games. There's the this just happened in my game, so I thought I would share series. And those are very practical, very practical stuff that actually happened in lessons or games that I was playing. And I thought, wow, this is very practical and would be very beneficial. And so I share that. There's a few other puzzle series that just on dailychessmusings.com I have couple thousand puzzles. Just on that one website. Of course, I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be a lot of work, but I've already written and prepared a whole bunch of new material for the free summer chess camps. A ton of it.
Okay. We've got the winners.
We've got the winners. Did you just email them to me?
I did just email them to you.
Okay. So, without further ado, let's announce the winners.
So there were 4 prizes, a second place, and a grand prize.
So there were 4 prizes, a second place, and a grand prize. And which way does it go, Megan? Bottom up? Or?
You know, I just picked them at random, so...
All right, I'm going to go bottom to the top. So the, let's see, it was 4th place is what I start with?
6th place, and then...
Tell me what the prizes are too, please.
Hang on, let me get back to that page.
Uh-huh.
We have 4 prizes.
4 prizes.
4 prizes that are free entry into the pyramid and the Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic.
And those are the 4 I'm going to start with.
Those are the 4 you're going to start with.
All right.
Those 4 get free entry into both tournaments.
So 4 of you are going to get free entry into both those tournaments I was talking about. The Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic and the rated Correspondence Chess Pyramid. When I say free entry, does not include membership to the United States Chess Federation. You have to take care of that yourself. But the entry fee into my tournament is free. It is covered. Chess for 107. You got free entry into both tournaments. Congratulations. Thank you. Hamilton 122. You also got free entry into both tournaments. So I'm going to be seeing you guys in just a little bit. I mean, May 22nd is the Eid Foundation, and then June 1st starts the pyramid. Neely Peely, congratulations. Is there one more of those you said?
One more of those.
And then there's 2 additional.
Then there's 2 additional.
All right, just making sure. And then the final person to get both entries, Soham 6806123. Soham 6806123. Super job, guys. Just super. You're gonna get, so the one tournament costs $25. So that's the Correspondence Pyramid. You'll get a Correspondence rating. The other tournament is a $20 entry fee. The Eid Foundation Spring Scholastic Chess Classic. You just earned both of those. That's $45 in prizes to those 4 players. Congratulations.
Second prize gets all of those and a $10 gift card to American Chess Equipment.
So second prize gets all of that. Both entries plus $10 for American Chess Equipment. So you can get yourself a lot of good stuff with $10. Trust me, there's a lot of important things, you know, a new notation book, all sorts of things, right? Check it out on there. Check out American Chess Equipment. It's a great business. And the Fearless Carrot. Congratulations. you get 2 entries. The Correspondence Tournament, the Eat Foundation Tournament, and $10 gift card for chess equipment. And now finally, first place. What is first place? The grand prize.
First place is the tournament and $20 gift card for
grand prize. You get both tournaments. You get both tournaments and a $20 gift card to American Chess Equipment. So that is what? That's 25 and 20, 45 plus another 20, $65 worth chess prize. $65 chess
You're
prize.
getting tired, Chris. You made that harder than it needed to be.
Chess for 105. Chess for 105. You are the grand prize winner tonight. Congratulations. Honestly, everybody who participated tonight is a big winner because you came out and supported our friends who are really hurting in India right now. And I am eternally grateful for you showing up tonight and making this event a success. We raised over $600 to help our friends who are hurting really bad in India. Thank you so much. With that, I bid you adieu until tomorrow. Thanks again. My name has been Chris Torres, and this concludes our live coverage of the I Heart India Blitz Chess Extravaganza.